The word sorry was spoken 13 times in the course of 20 minutes. The mistreatment was said to be our collective shame. It was a brutal account of harm, cruelty and wrongdoing. To all the LGBTQ2 people across this country who we have harmed in countless ways, we are sorry, Justin Trudeau said, standing in the Prime Minister's spot in the House of Commons on Tuesday, apologizing for the federal government's mistreatment of public servants, police officers and members of the military. We betrayed you, and we are so sorry. It was the third apology for Trudeau as Prime Minister, following his apology in May 2016 for the Camagatam Maru and last Friday for the residential schools in Newfoundland and Labrador. An apology for turning away Jewish refugees during the Second World War will be next. Those follow Stephen Harper's apologies for both residential schools and the Chinese head tax, which followed Brian Mulroney's apology for the internment of Japanese Canadians. To those could be added the official Government of Canada apologies issued to Mayor R.R., Omar Khadr, Abdullah Al-Maki, Ahmed El-Mahdi and Mujib Nuruddin, 5 Canadians tortured abroad in the troubled years after September the 11th. In this case, Trudeau said, it was his hope that we will look back on today as a turning point. If we do so, it will be because a national apology is ideally not about tearing down the past or flattering the present, but about building a better nation for the future, as painful, perhaps even tiring, as it might be to dwell on the shameful actions, sometimes seemingly countless, in our collective past. Canada's sesquicentennial has been a year for fretful introspection. And a certain fatigue was palpable this month when the Conservative Party emailed its supporters to ask, "Are you tired of people apologizing for our country's rich history?" Speaking to the United Nations General Assembly this fall, Trudeau dwelled upon the fact that Canada is imperfect. The Conservative Party was apparently unimpressed. The Liberals only see blemishes in our past, and not the great country that is constantly bettering itself for future generations, the Conservative Party explained. We Conservatives know that Canada is something to be proud of. To wit, Conservative supporters were directed to something Andrew Scheer had said on the 150th anniversary of Parliament. To those who deny we have anything to be proud of as a country, I would pose a simple question: where else would you have rather lived for the last 150 years? Scheer asked. Thing is, for various people at various points in the history of Canada this has not been a great place to live. A reality Scheer himself acknowledged in the very same speech when he said we must admit our mistakes and apologize when necessary, while noting Stephen Harper's apology for residential schools. On Tuesday, Scheer stood and followed Trudeau's apology with his own regrets. Maybe it could have been worse somewhere else, but for many lesbian, gay, bisexual and transgender Canadians, this country has been a source of pain. Still, the Conservative leader might have put his finger on something.